I mean you say here idea nyame de bobi and I mean saying you say ye die so tire me again say sa no ma no ye de tete ope na wo bie wakoma m so obesua eno ano no wo mo a wo de different world and you boys so betima sa money magnet na it means that you are fluid. There's high level of fluidity. You flow. When you are not stagnant. There be information will be an open. They drew honors also someone else someone. One more here ko wono. Do no ano minka munina, but do no ano, especially a tip and phone adeno. And confor o my gain say, omu GDP or more, and they are JB a dom to more woman to yaimu. Ah, my so mu friends a chin channel, and into that said be almost me be here.
Welcome to Positive Africa. Bro Michel.
Yes, I was.
What's he Michel Munina?
Barfi, Jozo.
I said in the Positive Africa, you know, good things about Africa. And a high life radio, a program I be no, 7 every third week of the month. Mr. Obeng in term kakra, which is 4 our year na 8 our Ghana and that this is how I Patrick Barfi because he can come and Mr. Obeng Darko and then Asian and that's one fine topic also here but before then I want you to share, subscribe na like you know say opposite Sadie ye ofe na pese tembia etimi ekoso kama wo pese wo ba bia wani se be ya bedi kan e wo niam bebrem wo share wo like na amanfo hwe a de bia de to top as a program no etimi dru actually because we are changing so many your friends saying minds e wo ha no and a topic na become a money magnet, unlock the secret behind the word think. Sene eskafusi edwin enene yebehwe ho asemaka. Kwasi mejama, dey na work my ene.
Yeah,
but before then no Saturday program ne dey we are seeing na sene we are see ko na asame app. Be first ke be for be minute or 2 bi na yaka hu bi kan san ya start. Ba kwasi kwansa.
Sharp of a Barfi, yeah, already a born tell. And history need the Edika say books na I recommend no. I try a possible way say beat me aquaking can books, but just a brief one. There's been more talks about a govobika say bibini crab then I na crano and my name colleague Bakunya who a say what were our ancestors doing. The Tiani say nia wunsia and I say nia unim no untimi one answer. So you are only talking about what other people's ancestors did because they've been projecting it. Oh dear no, you have not intentionally decided to investigate and as a research into it. Obibeka say Oko Asian Greek, Oko even the places like Oko Spain, all these historical places now. It's the same thing that our ancestors did, but we've not intentionally decided to research into these things. How many people are even aware that even before the Great War of China, we had the Great War of the Benin Kingdom. I want Nigeria, see, war and yet British for invaded Nigeria, the Benin Kingdom. It would have been the longest war in the world compared to the Great War of China. Because projecting into we don't know. People look down on our culture. They forget that you use the Ashantis as an example, not any tribal Arabia. But then if you look at their democratic system, say seems near the Kwan Himfia, the way on Hinino, Ebemobia, Abonin Crew is the same thing that they learn. Oko Kota, Abia, lawyer we were defendant, and the prosecution team, so all these things were learned from Africa. All these things, they came to Africa to study it. But only 400 years ago, which is slave trade in Titemiano, at the end form, and my NG and who say, and that is why I keep saying that books now I recommend, try as much as possible to read those, and then try as much as possible to do research. To be the to format, you can always counter them with this factual information. And I wanted to go deep, but I will go deep. We can get more from today's topic.
It shall be sorry. Abna Chamunina, be a man who will be more tea free. Well, tea free is again show me. Mr. Obeng, that topic, let's say you kind becoming a money magnet, a lot of the secret behind how the wealthy think. And then but before they said kind Saturday topic, and it was very touchy to me. Sum it up 2 minutes, my young Canadian. So digital world, digital product, digital BBR. It was
no, and then a branch of our said a message. Pukube was it a day or practice or tofu accessories? You had or caught TikTok so or the torso or ton 3,000 or
look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that too.
And Oze Deuruno in India tools no. Yeah, tools no. And he was a we see a coba tembia. I know phone Irakra now home Iraq. So we can say first pa yes or Kotoka. Or so long distance and then WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, all kind of apps are ultimately a cost. Virtually zero cost. Sorry, we are saying do zero. And is a one come no one who coin faso a transfer we are anymore. We are saying ketwa. Na unim dia no krado unya. Un say baby a co school say oh. Nim dia bebre abo honda wo say say. As a matter of fact, so him krado say nim dia no ho ni say no. Di pare bebre nya so faso say na dia kwotena o kraba professor for chire say.
Yeah.
No practical information pa as sanko for abra directly. Again said the digital world no the abano. It seems to be more powerful than the Kotia Sika Bibre crack open. I mean, and some Bibre actually go for a classroom can say PSika can say or background still besides a dear one. And so Branty and just about 1 hour or 2 hours. Oh, yeah, I don't know for a phone or the call here. And so far, so multiples. Why so and then go for Bibre connecting. When say ye dear Nancasano, so pin him dear. Now, if they wouldn't crop for our more genetics, so what you share. Not the omunim, and the omu one also so tapu bino. So I know money in our ecosystem, a day. And I'm doing sense of digital world now. It's borderless. It's just like the spiritual world. There's no border now, there's no hindrance, there's no control. Entry point is almost zero. And BB our person also be a bit messiano at anywhere. Can come to a boy or the technology school code in here. This is what America create Ghana. Okay, come boom. Just about maybe 15-20 years ago, that was not possible.
Yeah.
And so we live in a world of possibility now. And so we are saying, we're doing so will be ultimate a world in digital world. The BIA will be the Yan who there was a way. And the books be brave. First bank after a paper publisher and why no tray another at all. Not print it. America home grade and then the avenues for the digital income inflow in thousands and millions. I think it's uncountable. It's uncountable. Would you even say YouTube you can count as many as maybe 1,000 different ways. I'll be to the YouTube in this guy. Apart from mono AdSense, go for the braille, so they build all kind of clouds, all kind of products and go for and creating without any formal training. Go for the braille, no making millions. on YouTube. When you YouTube through our Facebook, the same, TikTok, all these other platforms. And some of our books affiliate marketing, all kind of things. And some of the physical product, no, and some be normal. We will grow pam on say. Just because we build the clouds into and any part grading it. You say we did Ancestral, see any more. And they told the one. It will be our team following. Say, we will nipa 10 or more follower. There's value. We will nipa 1,000. There's value. Nipa 100,000. There's value. As a matter of fact, across 100,000 per. That is worth. If only you know how to turn it. So until I say, "Oh, create YouTube, or create TikTok, or create Facebook." Obia, what me anya sa following ni bia no. Say ben crofo create me ton omo channels. Eje thousands.
Yeah.
So that is we call something digital asset. That's an asset.
Yeah.
It's just like Obia kwaji koko fodo, and as Obi don kromofo, and as Obi esidan. Now where the world is the same. Omo call into higher form. Some more programmers, some more call into crypto, forex trading, all kind of things. It is a world that is as unlimited as any other world. And Emrantian particularly, Nemaba, I don't mean Savi as an inquiry, say, Prekes and our tongue crana, because I was a quite ben, I met me use that technology way. I'm an adult source in the million. So this is as emphasis when you pack 10,000 or follow me. I mean, Prekes is here and the bohon the roses here. But bit baby was Prekes and Mofa be ready. No, I don't dear piano. They can hear Toswa and Major said, sour, that is what it has brought.
Some is a bit trap said you online.
And just as we are saying, here 2 years will be empty. Kaya Mobrano. So we are almost over.
Yeah.
Let me be school mark or special course. We know be a piano. If you are in that level of thinking, you are late. And there will be a bit more creating sources of income. So long as you nim CSC uses anomaly, and it's even dependent of age now. In correct me sketches, or more platforms, or more to some for clicking yeska. On the Facebook, you try the crowd of Mutiaka.
Yeah,
now I say Africa, I know Mutai boom, Mutiti kakra. But just the test pictures. I would talk around. Go for sure is a way of Mutiaka, if only the page is monetized. Yeah. And even if it's $100 cry a month, that's the source of income.
Yeah.
And 100 no go tenner. It's not that 1,000. It's not 1,000. It's $1,000. And maybe I will be $1,000 free. Oh, boy, I feeling 12,000. 12,000. So when you answer, I'll bet my investor that 12,000 over time can become millions. The Mary said, this world that we live in, every talent, every gift, every expertise is now valuable. So long as we bet my building. The right following in the right community, So I may just say a whole world that also will be idea is here. Now over time, we invest all time or more. The way be also a super. I mean, you hide down your business, even your normal your books with the idea. Maybe say normal traditional media not they promote the this clouds I build the fix I don't know my no money be quite.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of videos now on people's phones watching, and they are watching them. They didn't hear. It's the world. It's this digital world. Until they hear and say, "Obia no bit my invested some bit of your time in it."
No, I'm cry for and cry. Almost say you only need 2,000 per. And found say what your friend is saying. What 100,000 followers, 2,000. Who usually year. You only need 2,000. And then Fabo say we share crash you. The answer internet ne phone a bit in the eye. So we be no the better so.
Okay. Wow.
Yo. Share and a topic no. Is it becoming a money magnet? And you cast the money magnet. Most ne say.
And there is a soon somebody to make Jessica. A chiba.
This is to be Humska.
Baby, I say so almost every steam. A chick Nadwa. Yeah. Coins. And then I was a steam no more. Normally more forces will be home. And here wa ho de bia your friend magnetic field. It is if it's within that magnetic field, be chino. It is a magnetic field to me loose wa. E body na o kwa ntimi chino. The speaker na me so na me ta fechire pa. Mo for radio no makofa. Ututu echira bo say steam bi o ho. That's right. It was all na the coins bi ake. I think it's a build up. A idea was a obey a force also when I will create. And this force, it takes time and will be at me create. And maybe say the base of it information, financial information also one, wealth information also one, money information also one, and it's built over time. And maybe say it will not take you less than 10 years to build that. It will build this awareness now. As the boys and I started edge, the baby also one, then normal also to two, then normal also tears and go for also normal. See, I will see easily in whose I be as no. The ones will be a wire Saturday do baby about say at summer. I did that why in your able tran, one uncle, or the Nesasuma, was an iska. As though Nitina, the Binitina is a force that is built over time. It's just like seeing in any passes here. But you will be by a network issues, see, I better bet 10,000.
Because we build that,
we build this clouds, over time, based on the oil. So a politician, so a software, so a musician. The war young phone no. We will have the Facebook could about 10 million as 100 million grand or so. And this one no basu says I know share on a network and this all of a sudden boom. Because I assume and yes, a idea or no the time I day. I should share over time. And the person who say Nipatinachi. And again, says some magnetic or some money magnet is that, and the base of it is the money information. And it's a wunya some information now phenomenal house that is all those until I mean you say here a idea yamidi bobi. And I mean saying you say ye dear so a tree. Again say a son or man, ye did tell pet now will be your come so be and one no. One more here could wound. Don't no I mean come but don't no especially a tip and phone adeno and go for my gain say almost GDP or more and they are dreamy a dome to more woman to me yaimu. Oh, my so much friends are changing channel and into that said almost me be here. There are so many ways and then go for the make his cabin and here can want to see. There are so many ways. There is a professor or child or top university or be a piano 15,000, 20,000. And it will be also a critical course. On your professor will put a PhD, nothing. And so your multiples of that 10,000 and as a 15,000. It's a different world. And two boys so bit my money magnet now. It means that you are fluid. There's high level of fluidity. You flow. When you are not stagnant. There be information will be an open. They drew on us also some. So, it is a technology. We do how we are branched is it can come over. And so technology will share. If you already took better pet, we need the idea. Because I am ready. Into all the so because time Diana, any access to technology skill be our one. Any access to communication to be our one. Visibility to be our one. There's word in it. Into all of the other who's your phone. And any part of the knows particularly I had also the government and I say it in Titiana or Modia Shame. A lot of us will not become that magnet anyway. Because of Titiana and anybody free. The ones who are doing say, oh, school pet, no, cognac or your course of papa, no, your good grader, Ubeneska. Who could studies in this one this out. But I conversations with to me, bomb baby, I'm away. Ubenyesika. And also this about also peshire. And now pesteka or pesun sum sobolo. Then they will be called elko and say castle and crank and get a mukuni padia kodiska.
Hey?
So, and this I no money in what is that? So many be a untimini. So, and it's a belief system, actually. You should believe so will be a bit me. You do also only any bit my midemim who will be a bit many and so idea. And it comes from the way you break things down in your mind.
Wow.
Because go ahead.
Yeah, of a Barfi, yeah, at the end there, who's a legend? You now could deep grab out where you need my because becoming a magnet, from the angle that you become somebody who is very valuable. And as a you come to the realization that money is a tool. And you know, to say all these big advertising companies, and I say, this particular product, Coca-Cola, soft drink beer, oh yeah, dang. And let's say we are say, oh yeah, dang. Nipa Bibri Epe Coca-Cola. And the way they position themselves in such a way, say they become so much attractive. Your other fizzy drinks or your Pepsi, your all these, your so many of them. But why is it that Coca-Cola is always standing out? It's because of the value creation system or my creating as a brand. And the way cry example, even in our communities, the most beautiful lady, a lot of men will always, rush to us say, hey, Norma, because she's very attractive. It's so they say opposition in such a way. Oh, yeah, young lady, oh, yeah, young guy. Near mana, oh, yeah, no. There's this gentleman or connected mindset. Our friend, Moses Arthur. Now, also starting, now or yeah, videos or Instagram, now post to. But now, so he wanted to venture into real estate. Or one gentleman, my friend, Dr. Stephen Debra, he's also into real estate. And papa no ebe catcher and say, oh, that was a turning point in his life. It was a big turning point in his life. Oh yeah, the value that you create, how you present yourself to others, makes you become that magnet that we are talking about. Yembebre, Sebia, Yenya Quenya ni penny biashia. A damn pan a year anti penny no more be a bit me the aboy. Utrifon, Esu, what are you talking about? And send Ben Aoka and then Dema Ben oh yeah. All those things position you in such a way that you become very valuable. Sadly, you have to be very deliberate about it. Now we just live in our hope. And Madam we continue to live in hopes, and then we forget to ask ourselves, okay, why you knew how me age, but near my achieve with that. Not because he or she was born with these items in his hand. Was she be a minimum? And at the corner was she a minimum, and then I didn't see Jinabia, say no. And man, nipa be the numbers game. Legend always talks about that. The numbers game. If you have the numbers and then you are valuable, you are in your world already. Now we are saying California at the phone. The way almost so different from the way Sebi Obinso here ni Edwin. And most of the time, say a poverty and I say a be a poor. We are always thinking about say the person does not have money. I strongly believe that when we talk about poverty or poor, it means that somebody who lacks ideas, somebody who might not be thinking in the right direction. And that is why Sebi Obi Oye here in the circle now, you are most likely to find out that the you are the average, your worth is the average of your friends. In the same way, Nipa 50, Nipa 50, what is most likely going to be the average of the entire 50. So the people that you associate with, the way you are thinking, how you're able to create ideas, and how you present yourself to be very valuable. Becoming money magnet in the second the aim be do but say, oh yeah, it creates value for people. The money will automatically come. Hey, Mercedes Benz air car CCR, your uncle for how am I ready to go for it, no matter how expensive it's going to be.
iPhone.
iPhone.
Product. About what you could that was line, my dear.
Could be like, yes, and that is the way they are thinking. Apple is thinking that we'll say, okay, let's create value for the people. But a free iPhone 11 Urbano is literally the same thing. Okay, designer is literally the same thing. Maybe the chip na maybe a camera quality. But is literally the same thing, but they've created that value system for themselves. Say, and then Apple beating my iPhone, or my yam, no man can say iPhone 18, no more than $2,000 at all. They will get people to buy. So it's the same thing. Most of the time, even these top auto manufacturing companies, no more kind. Sometimes they might be whack. Nya papa could use Safo Kantanka no might be so much durable than them, but again, is the value creation system, you know. And after they attract a certain caliber of people towards them. Into a young person, a young guy, a dream, old dream, how you are positioning yourself, how you are presenting yourself, you know, is what we are talking about as the money magnet. Because then the metric and the more you have people, and then you are having something that you are selling to the people, whether a service or maybe some value system or a product, automatically you become wealthy along the way.
Now, you see a person unlock the secret behind that, the way they think. Bro, send or mudrin, send a omo enya magnet na ema more followers, ema the things omo ye edi followers, edi your friend saying that value no this can bro. Send or mudrin.
They are obsessed. They are all obsession. I say possession, they become possessed. So the BBC na nisua. O person obo nyuma, enyum na na obo. O dwen se so anye we o ha wonye ye bi. Ti ni bibia wo de kohyem. Say o person or build factory and no ko abo say everything is about that. So your programmer is the same. Or build the business is the same. Bibi o ye bia no tim say uhia no a wo de panel wo no ani moja ne say wo de lab kura ko hema o dim say ade na wo ye no nko a. Won fa say na menya baabi na menya aduane ni na me mabusuafo mpeme won hia no won keka sa asem no ade na si na ni so no emfa ho ne background say ofiri background asika ni ho anase woni muwa no sa ade na waka se wo kwa akopɛ no anase wo akopɛ no kwan bia obefa so akopɛ bia akopɛ do show no mo kasa on said de woni we bi no woni ne kasa kakra bia na obebabu o BBC na ni so bato o twen so bi nso de sa. These other guys don't think like that. They don't wait for anybody to give them support. But be also could be as a cobacona sanya ya obecomienu, miensa and nine. So also call 1 million times a crown son when you saw the Ohena obeco. Sanko for no more, be a sin and it should be a. And when you say, so nya and just when you be. They see the world as everybody can have something.
Abundance.
And it's a wunya or shiner, and as a wunya o victory noah. He's not disturbed. And these are people who think possibility. And Utimu said they are very much people connected. They're able to see who to connect for the vision to become reality. And this uncle for Wemono Sebe. We have more power, or more to say that people we call middle class. They think opposite them. The world top 10% is wealthy. Bottom 20% is average poor. The middle is what we call the middle people. They are not rich. They are just red dressed. They are not wealthy. They are not money magnets. They are the lawyers, engineers, accountants. Uncle for we are call myself Montesa. One on Friday no noon phone. One on him so 1 year there be. It is a advice about Kono and Sika someone yes, so still Friday or person or party now or holiday. When this is about person holiday Tembia. These other guys don't think like that. If they can sacrifice for 20 years, no one baby they'll break it. Because they want something to hit. Almost like entirely different from the rest of the people. And they can withstand a lot of inconveniences and controversy.
Yeah.
And isolation. Move on. Debbie. One fan cry. So Casso Beya, invites also a YouTube will be and fan hokra. So long as or beba tembia of a baby, tembia about so will be here, so be here. And the boss said gradually was another half a picket. It's a psyche. Ba ko so koye ba ko me no obi ahwene na ba mabu. These guys omabamumu kura wo. Just obeya kopim sa ade be yeye. And time bia no team say they live in a high spiritual realm. That sense of mission. Or ten says one yes ade na. And the one we as granke. And so person okunu kura obetima mo okunu. That's so bench sad in every insect. Tumbo so mo drew level bia. Now they have notoriety. They have power. Bibi obeka bia no team say basica. And be something valuable to say that can come. And sometimes what simua was simus but what to ania. What your power on young for. Do say there was these tendencies. That's why many of us don't become that. Many of us. That's why many of us will struggle. Kakrebi was you see that talk. We can't attract anything. They think in a different way.
This Friday.
Kwame say they don't say they don't value or say thank God it's Friday.
They don't. These are people I think so person you be here. We end the obey.
We end the obey.
We walk our any Google still work. Why not be so big people this factory no? Ni fear work Robert Tonga Kubil. Na busia for na eko. Was a tembia why no ho no the oye bia na do no anu ne nyade. These are people who become hugely successful and obetima ko any society. These people, they're almost like mentally unfit. That's what I've seen. We have more stories now. I say, one tell massive. The average person who struggles with one test angle for nothing. The obey piano, what is our built a company to baby was okay, me free across our for fabric. Who says another now you tell me at the forefront. And they are great achievers. They are great achievers. So when so criticize no man, I do baby about the second bar na yede. But I so praise see I go see 3-bedroom. Or yeah, Juma or bank this guy 5,000. What I could see that. So I go for a mom praise no man no kura.
Nyo kura na adwen wo.
There be na adwen ho kura. What that singing room kura na kete na say e wa won fa ho. Won fa ho, wo mo ti wiase bi a. Wo hia no a, I say na nse a otumfo ye o ho akonfo no. Ye no mo nyina na ho ba wo mo ti wiase foforo. Me unsa abaya ba ko bi okuta poma na woko say. O tim say ye nyina ehu say wo ya abaya oba wona nte za abrewa. What ti wiase foforo. Enti tell me how she na asama work can be different. They are innovating.
And some man and some to say as a normal person to say
there be. And to be our person or drew level no be a the BSc when so be a odi esi when so say phone na wo ye say Ghana wo die say computer na wo programming say cars na wo person wo ye so a mechanic then be no so polishes our skill and they are always producing, they are always adding value, their thinking is different. And me again say as a level na edin ti do no enru ho o do no enru ho. Enkoba nipa do no edi no wafo ewofo is at the top of the pinnacle, is at the top of the pyramid. They're different. They see the world differently. So they are not average thinkers at all. They're different. And ultimately say emfa on the background, they are different. And what to any I won't tell who almost are.
Say anyway, I can't man for pa Zeneta or say men connect no or bibika we want to contribute remember the link remember any time you buy I know click is no about 10
I don't know if you pay for the him who they was a level and they are not necessarily driven by money to say you know
because you can see say they have different and yet the money per se
no it's value be our person at the time be do was a time be and then now who is a different person. You hardly can understand them.
It had a bimutimi a dream, sir, bimutimi, yes, hard, no, Emma, TBS, which is the worker, who to so we are for cry. Many of them are more, sir,
I think the capacity to think fast, omo de buy. And I feel the one farmer also could develop.
Yeah, to be developed.
Yeah. To most and dear grant be no baby.
Yeah.
So when you know more to spam me there, what to attend. Uncle, I know attend one question baby, or you have to or kind baby or she baby.
Yep.
Tempia, what things and number and what the ship people from. Who training home to ones or yache. Will be our top level performer piano. That's it. And no more macaros eyes or a crabiano bread.
Obviously, I call it the can do spirit.
Can do spirit.
Yeah, because sometimes we say Kofubu said you can achieve. So we share the level. Only panic casap within 5 minutes. What him say? Quite okay, one as well. Okay,
to be asking for
which is an different, you know. Now it shows so. It shows so. We will be our observer. What him say? Different. What's your question, Biako?
Yeah. I think before I start my question is legend. These people who become wealthy, one of their secrets is that they practice signal noise ratio. Also nipa yo niema be distracting. Those are the noise. And a see at the crowd person is the signal. And it will share all these, most of these wealthy people now. Sometimes they will be separated from maybe family, they will be separated from loved ones, they will be now for crying because in your person, all those things are a distraction to him or her until say obetime do baby or person will do no. All those things become a distraction for him or her. And I think those are the things sometimes it will be messy. And no discipline and focus. They are very, 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 very disciplined. Say they will make sure that consistently they are doing that. And it makes me believe that success, as we always talk about, is not sudden. And I say it's not immediate. Let me use immediate rather. Success is not immediate. So be on the four and also is Kenya. And yes, so pity preocupan obinya. And then secondly, collapse is not sudden. Say be a wise be a gu after they are being here no a pasca aye basa. So they think process thinking. That is what I'm trying to bring up. Process thinking. Okay, we nam DSC a BC because we boomer a BC, we nam DSC a BC, and all those things it comes by practice. And for you to be able to consistently do that, you need to have that discipline. A lot of us focus on motivation. Motivation, I say, yeah, the kawa, not dimika. But if you are not disciplined, you are not deep. But those who have been consistent, they probably need the motivation to start. But because they are very deep, even when there is not enough motivation, they will still continue to go. Yeah. Legend, my question any Argentina Oshe yen yen before before ye nipa bia yes me dream kwa chiri pa na yen titiye anase yen chire na ama yen mu bebre no we feel like we are boxed because if you look at the average African or the average Ghanaian ye ka chire ne say opeso udi ya wa kusku a ko de miawani anesua de make sure that you get first class, get all those things. We are not saying it's not good. It's very good if you can get it. But make sure we are for now. I've come to realize that most of them, they were thinking outside the box. And they were school dropouts. We are not telling anybody to drop out of school. But why is that most of these people, they were thinking outside the normal curriculum? Now, you go to say, high school, university, electrical engineering, medicine, because there are people who are doing high paying jobs, they are not wealthy. But most of these wealthy people, some of them, they did not even complete college, they don't even have a degree. So how are they thinking and why did they decide to think outside the box?
So we call back 500 years ago to now. Education So education brain no hu na busuafo wo ni history to is different from who bibini a the same education. Okay. Ebubi ene na medwin bibi ho. Before bebre yenim ye ho.
Wow.
And nipa wonim no ho no yedie ebebo. Ahoden a wobetimi de akyekyere yedie na ebebo. Tie major problem pie. Education now over the last 200 300 years abroni ni design ya so no. Because so fam we are we feel na nipa bia na we feel baby ofri no. Ontimi nkon nanim eni. This is a fact. It is a bia eni hini. Nti ye no so hwemu a wo de hwe menwi a wa wi university of Ghana wakota America. For be fi mu no mu hia hwe so mu sikasa. Wa gen ba ho so tip se menwi wo yira. Wo pese o ye bibia te se de wo ye broni no. Nti o ben broni a wo civilized. Now, ajapade bia wo ha bia wo nani ye ho. Wo ne din komo a bi won ka sem papa bia fa Ghana ho. Won ka sem papa bia fa bibi man ho. I can tell you 79% of your crop for school at the Sewa Brochre, we to Tumo Ghana ni what NASA system no more. And it's not because Sana your born no entity and some processes, you know, will be a do family, that's a wood name history. You are lost forever. And for me, that is a major break. Such systems now bro fully designing ya wo di dominate ye no mo ka se no ne yemfamu ne yemfantete ye no. Eno na my microphone hu yedie pa yedie. Ndu mo so o hwe no ho a hwe so si dress hwe so si kasa hwe so si tete ma. And the second thing is that we mu nyina chi no hindrances are also overcome answer the otimi achichire yedie no. Kosi bro na achichire no wamfana nka ho. Systems ya brofo achichire yetimi die no. Yenka ho bi. Do most yenya no kwa obeye omo e from one middle ho na bi. Do most kwa but system na nkasa de wontimi chichire bi. And yedi a wan kasa wantimi anchichire wa system no enye yedi. You cannot attract money when you don't build your own structure. And yet that structure no a wo yetuntum no obetimi build it must be built on your heritage, on your history, on your self identity. And that self identity is not in our training. So what we have in our training is condemnation. To those who will be a what team are building the how many Africans in go school, or doctors, lawyers, how much study all these great African empires? Or bet my country say no, you're considering the bachelor's in your normal. You're the bachelor's DA, you're not bachelor's building civilization. And the same seminar friends say, can come, the ye dear far by power.
Wow.
And the bini a won him sa no man. I was broni na atete no. Ye die won timi nya bi. Obetuma marking anywhere. Because I brochi nya de obeye. Look at the percentages. I have so I won pe wapo. To both have no am temo to on your 100,000 also a but no. Nka ho sa ye die like 100,000 ka.
Naka na me person
is supposed to carry up.
Now we to say and yet ye die I can say 100,000 ne 1 million ye die pa it was nipa no was statistic was share na back na afi obo se japade bia no ohun e die ntia because ohun se ne nanam ye bi because opa ukofa bia Mali Empire so obetima fa bia so high asante what's what sanoma we nyina ye dia na chese mesu metima ye but so wontimi connect sanoma na obere waye wontimi nye eno tu yankofo no dwen ketwa bi na omodwe omko am kakra bi na kakra bi na ni asodo ankofo timi because obi pese odi usu a sebe this great heritage on chira wo da and it's easy for you to overcome any people who need that sense of great heritage. It was in the case I was so unpaid. Here, Asanteman, I said I'm here will be video be. Asanteman had its own centralized government.
Yes.
There was gold reserve, military system, education, and it's also a dear call anymore. Oh, Kasa, one Kasa Cosibro never chose Hanoman. And the moment you beja to say you be a better on an amunim that ano. Na your interception, interjection be the bemono. As who so bet my year because we nipa. But yen you know what bossy to about tie and a reference in Einstein and Faraday no. Who said subconsciously who so bet my. So to become money magnet, every race, so a Arab, so a Chinese, so a Caucasian, I can tell you one common thing. They accept who they are and they accept their heritage. Or beer market anyway. The top Chinese is exceptional. The Arab, the same.
Yes.
Arab bien who are deals. The all family they're fine. But Arab bien who was only the heritage. As a matter of fact, there was a time a billionaire because in me was said for you to be a billionaire, at least 1,000 years your family history you must know. What can make us with the agro? True. I'm before I no. Maka o share one cowboys or maka almost a super almost a cancer when I be superficial. But so show moon core beliefs here. Trump here with the James was jidis or bruni now moon in Yansa. We in the day with you too. And was as a man, and you know, making up think I said yet. So it will be play game at the very top level. Bill Gates, the same. All these guys. Like the Chinese government, the president, look at them. Young quarter now baha. So you can't play at that level until you accept who you are and you know your heritage. And it's not independence, no. A deep sense of that heritage. Because how systemic Africans were. How structured and scientific they were. Therefore, also be the bebo. We just say, oh no, you have what it takes to build it. Because when you operate at that level, I didn't say you are not enough. Do you want to say, well, more breaky sound, but don't you tell me a pen? Do you want to a basa because the history binds you. Will be a deep African history, Biano, or presenting your name. So whoso is selfish. One person be trusting in you will name that history.
And you're not talking of just 500 years history.
No. Deep one. Deep. Who share any strong African Biana that mind is healed. And he connects with the greatness of his ancestors. Who needs our history now? You can't connect. Therefore, you can't be that worthy. This is all chain will be able to show. You need to pay for IMF. It's near to go to so. It's that lack of that deep history. To share any great African leader, Biana, or Gidi say bit much a sense of history is there because that interception, I brought phone since some Mudi D and honor, 500 years, so 400 years, only a problem. In the African be a bit my jump Biana, you must correct that one. And some information on Modi Gusu de Tetieno will make sure they will not become that money magnet. And then it's a sign. And it's a deep war. And so long as the team build a system, I think for the year free and change no more fast training way, that correction will not be there. Because that system was designed to produce average people who are dissociated from their heritage and their sense of being an identity. To have you said to on person ma kura be so mo ye Ghana for na so mo ye before because ono akasa no woni to ayira. It is very easy for anybody to convince the children the man say oh yeah civil a friend say engineer na yeah juma kakra bi 100,000 is okay. Very easy for you to convince the people who don't know who they are to enslave for you and be happy. Very easy. Wow. So that deep history for me and then the correct is I don't know. It will be a once you are no boy. I'm telling you, forget it. It's a bit politics, you know, for kakra. But so one gets a power chichire. And I won't say sorry kakra and for the collection, but with the creativity, innovation, resilience, toughness, I will create be a valuable change society now also be worthy. You can't do that with that separation above creating. That education cannot cut it. You can go to Harvard because that Harvard education is for the white man. It's not for us.
Now the idea who's saying, you know, be interested.
And so, one go.
Koni mo bi ani. There be ba bi ani.
Sir,
for 30.
and you got 320,000.
And they say ya mo bi adi wa Africa.
That's right.
Bibia, no, next say one na bi antimi anya hwe da. O ma me bi antimi anya hwe da.
E better na what me aye.
Dey da wo wati aye.
Sir, until we share me na what in America about 20 years I was so here when na wo. I'm telling you.
Napoleon Hill kind was say a friend say one I say race and call baby. It just been changed in the work clothes. It, you know, and now and yet your friend say physical be I change it. I say working journey I change, you know. Is it mental? So because I won't co school. No school now call you more than anything with that. Yeah, what do you want to cry? What do you want to you'll be one chain because African, the whole continent.
Yeah, more be the certain is that of a by here person or the Mudiabum. But the man mean to qua a man near the mobile. But Bobby be a creative, a worth. Yeah, you must remain the matron chain. Thinking the matron chain. Innovation. Do yes, our class, you know. So high level thinking when you be that. Oh, boy.
Well, she said, Yako school, yes, science. Not last time we cover brand new numbers, you cry. You know, Bahayao. As with the being who I could school, my tears, say,
right.
Or to me, Bisa.
Yeah.
How many people crying what this line or has a seer, woman say, Benin War was one of the greatest.
Yeah. Yenny, me was a Chinese local school, I actually knew. Bruni woni bi kwara akopebi.
Yes.
Arabo so akopebi. Yenko akopebi a omosi woni atwa ya bakwase. Dem bizarre sentina no ko so dem no Bible no John chapter 1 no is in there. So no see. Every day what you are being taught is history. Because you can't create the future
without history. Yeah,
without history.
Yes. And
history. Anything creative.
And I believe
a history class started from your friend say slavery.
Slave trade. And overall, once unlocking the world security, say every country a moon propone ADE and also moko manimo. Also, my build on structures now and the be a microphone etias number one. And then number two, say the no Kasempa Africa or most African countries are no more powerful was because their culture was very paramount in everything that they did.
That's right.
And into Oba, the Mali, Shanghai, Old Ghana Empire, Oba, Timbuktu, all those places, their culture was very paramount. And that is why they were very rich or they were very wealthy. And to buy a situation to say, be a Ghana, to say, Galam, say, near Kosi. The secret is one. If we really want to solve the issue, give majority of the power to the opinion leaders and I say traditional rulers. No, that will be the secret. But Bruni by no Nimiansa or Mabeunsa Odieni Ekolo. It automatically you don't respect the tradition again. Queen Elizabeth yeja ipiobo. Obieno aka say ekolo. Do you know how much they're able to generate when they watch just one match in the English Premier League? Recently, Nana Otunfo said Joyet Asante Meyin.
How dare you? How dare you say Casemiro call me a
but this same person,
Oman can say you, Oman can say a primitive. Mikai music page so
yes,
Tokabiesi or no man's lie.
And it's a big problem.
Yeah, no crowd or yeah, your crana. We ain't better.
it's just a day. It's just a day thing. Titi no, na ebe catch us say, oh, ko baby in Suda about 100 meters away. Yeah, Johnson ewo. Na no ebia unkuta measuring table. They measure say 100 meters away. We catch us okay. A dia kese we a free hawk on Udua and Johnson. Why? They knew that when you pee over there, definitely assassinate a pemia board. Johnson need to go in soon. I bet me a sense because no. All those things, they knew what they were doing. Those times, not in sense they were preserving the water bodies. They were doing all those things based on the context of our culture. Because it has a whole lot of meaning. Literature, all those kind of things. I would say yes. Into me, so
even Ghana proud of her. Tribes are very proud of their heritage and their culture. They are the ones doing well.
Yes.
One more because we are so I need the one to more. Who ferry a bed way? Impossible.
You are proud.
And they say, "Inquire to my brother, a Pharisee of the Bible be my mono. You are producing slaves." Oh, boy. Go Shabronia Parana, or catch us and an among the slave. So we name history beyond data or break it. The better what to build the company. Hunt him build it. It's a battle of identity.
Build companies.
Yes. Sir. Into was sorry, I was yes. When none enemy. What can't they was in the enemy? We share charity crowd in the Tibet Momocha.
She walks cry a coy. We share Santi history class here. Oma will be near slaves or by the moment Omu will be back home on be defeating Nipan. No more Nipan position.
Sir, or be part of them.
We're part of them. That's all the spread the whole way.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, if I cry nature, yeah, just anyway.
Now one of your cast away to the ferry.
The whole
person who created before. What was she see to a bottle camera for? Emma England is an example. Wobwa. Mukavi will be at me. Moon in a better document a quatramoa. Huh?
Then you did it before you call
her. One secret, Okasano and culture, and you say very evident because so even testimony videos here man for the buyer. Say or top performing they be a college professor and also would be a case or Ghana boss. Marco schools about Sadia we now meaning so the worthy definitely operate within the context of their culture. That is one secret.
This offers all work of watch. There was a jack the ben one on the down. Mama kick up for Kessie dear. Also, but here na wako school or about time. The air can wo more. Anything I want to mean to my own. The air can one year about GH, yes, I will yes or cerebral is on something. Because when you the award tomorrow, you can't be independent.
Sometimes your money look like before because you buy and I say animals.
And very far from the reality. Ghana Empire ran for almost 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Now,
millions of people.
We need technology. We need way.
We need technology. No money school. No money writing system.
Never said we can run for 10 years.
Sir, all these kingdoms, they were civilized, way advanced, more than the Europeans.
Because culture be and so bit retain our culture, no. At least there was some more 70-year background here, and some what retain is that, and some keep on moving.
Yeah,
it is 10 years. That not to me running for 1,000 years.
1,000 years.
Messi how you know kwase broni ba ya wan kwa wo sai Jan ntete wa ha. Ma ye were fie. No ene how. We be dwen say e be boa ye no. They are 5 free ho no. E do so sene de nya ye. Anything I say, I know science. I say a book. You will fear home in your home.
Yeah, chubby.
Yeah, chubby a memory in your home. So we can connect with our greatness. I'm telling you, sir, we'll be at Obeng started to show our history in Biano. Kakrabi could be another bayadi. We should be and yet finance in the Sano man can handle a history now. Because I don't know Fapim.
Finance, you said it to be.
Sir, when you Fapim, we are Mess Obes, I know myself could travel. And none of my credit share me and Obika be beach lady. Was it? Oh, me team we as I said, my quadjas, I say I made on me. Ordinarily, Concord. Nipa ne bebreu o se makoji we me ye mponche me ye we sa me was na benu omo dada o ene kra me na sisi aye bebe yi na me na mkwa ho bi sha brante ba bo we ne brofo o so me dem me heya na me tie na me tie mu na me ka se me kwa koye afu ti wo ha o mu fi asutware ho ba bi no ka che ne ma me na ma me so ye won sa se bebreu wo ho e ma ne trimu da se na busuafo no won sa se pa o mo ya defo o America yi abusua wan sa se no mo ye hiafo you come here, Bushano was as a promise a him. One would dear, what in crime? The Bushia will bear 100 acres, will baby.
Wow.
Is here him. Branty or your brother, and I feel or no aqua dearly. Now I'm so the upper my whole 3 years, never down, so young fool, so will be here. Be dear the rest of your life. And the information uncle for the good school, the teacher say, be will be onion. I ain't to be sort on. And not and I might do the
Na me cry my sister's information said, yeah, okay. See, bit me cry, ye tre, near chen we crum casaya. Who's understanding no cry different.
Different. Hey, governance and science no harmony and yam fire the infant. Forget about the Monica. Yes, you have the Akoi BBO, yam fan for Cambrofo, who see the co-produce be and I just who fan produce you are the can in here. Well, if you catch an TV fan produce, hey, Balu Benny Equity.
Now say, Obi Eddie, Obi Cabrophobia, Nipano, Etina, almost giddy. Oh, you can't tree, you can't ever, you can't, your friends and gun, ye mistake. I know you're straight. Yes, I know. Yena isuya no na no ka na ye mistake ani so bi patwi no otia and the answer no
o se e wan wasa kana for do se tebrofo na brofo ye kasa e wan wa me din se si a chara for tebrofo no sa ye te wa ha ye mu do na brofo ye kare keke ye te ase o because ye te ase a mo me hwe de dia produce the idea producing a chile. Dear, the yet the brofuna solve. Is it politics? Is it education? Dear, the yet media solve. Is it the health sector or the education sector or agriculture? Or finance? Munkanchre. You know, Mama school, especially lawyer for no crowd and booth.
You be cover. I say Peter Obi. What is it? Interview have 40K for economic short course, and the professor never mentioned Africa. Or could be say, what is it?
Or say Africa is not part of the global economy. What is it? No. One. Now they are also running with the same lies. Into your bibinia, they are quasi bronican, one for one can, what boosa win any pa. What can I catch you for in a walk? You are no correct.
You don't war.
Now, what cat Metiana thing? Because also, so wouldn't name history now. Really, and African and winning history, no deeper history, no 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 year history, no, is not educated. Or he can be a lawyer, he can be a professor, he can be a doctor. He's not educated. What mean so? Hey, telling you, what the upper no my that just a brownish shall no man no the anymore. As see, and she shall not catch us on what she want me. Two was a crashing in or train temp your check a document in his eye or chamwa or chain IMF or chain JICA or share one European one. Sir, or catch us a cacrabia could out of Koya was it, baby. Two was or chill business or chill your secret document a sponsorship. Here, Brunich business a different from a business. Brunich business was a business funding, let's say, compare equity, compare bank funding, compare way, maybe what? You will be. You need be. And the brony business now watch your investing on. You find your Juma Waha. And doing as well, we are counting. And yeah, Juma, I'm telling you. More than not, was brony so say no man. And for the culture, and it's no man was here. Was it Africa is not part of the world global economy.
But here for take you.
Yes.
Also to Africa.
I like for the everything. Global.
It's controlled, right? And then let me tell one of the guys about gold. So it's American is we are in trillions in debt. Now 1% gold the honor. And say Trump say BB almost suggest somewhere. Somewhere saying commit me good normal reserve now on commit me at the accord. Your friend is saying Fed. Nanka Fed. I said the accord bank. Gold me how T as a certificate you gold on. T as a collateral right now. Ya more muska. Now gold means about MCF say 20 something, say 2,000. I said 20 something per se.
$3 million. Yeah.
Just a new 3 billion calculator. A new and your match. 1%, the 1% say. Instead of say bako it be a 1 ounce near 20. Now bet me the 1 ounce. So money. Bet the 1 ounce. Bet me now 1 ounce is 5,000. Now yes. Gold is so much so. Best go. That's how good no go. No, omo de omo no catch Fed say we na Fed etimi amuska. No mo de ba be on day. We also no say business.
Also no sika na we here.
Yenti na here.
A game.
Okay, ka say business omo ne ba be ko.
Omo ne ba ko.
O ka say wo ko.
Yes, Africa is not poor, mbo. A game, a machination.
Machination, yeah.
So we can say be a poor in Africa. But once a million or school, they are sent to science, the economy, economists. So, political science, Brunina catching no. Intimate find your view, but still never be argument. You are, because they drew her, would change. Mrana was so much changing over changing this. I was a constitution, dear constitution. I don't know if for terrible kind of constitution, dear constitution. Workers will come to us is here, majority, one here, majority of a call. Yeah, dear. More dear bro pie, dear Brunia Titina would dear so. One tip here say, Brunica say, I know, sorry. You can't only a debate.
Yo. Yeah, call weekend. Then you expect it. Weekend.
I didn't expect it. Okay, savings. Also, your mrabe a fire deal. And no so be Muka Crabia, Obetima to 2 seconds. My queer savings. When you can savings, and yet the Brunica the Brumonos and Fabeto 1 hour interest in the and find no ye. Where I walk crack a crown out there, Koshe be medical for forever. Desire Brunini 10 million and the last time you had cash flow. Your class here, a man no over hard cash flow city. A lot of these terms, also born on what cat now. See a more criminal, and this is a more you had to show. This one so when year will count against the same way the year more had. It be see sir, your cash savings 90. I'll bet me there to 20 years. And this a farmer was what they abroad BC. What they see? Yes, I brought it down one a beer back home. What they see, what they could ya. Salad you. What they see, what they could ya na adoso. When so. The guys go the crab to bank abos me afino yabama 3% won't me find yes amani. And the old mechanism be out there bossy carano. Now would they acquire the also the year. The honor never more ama Zika. And let me say this. So the end of the year more hapano, Cofona cows or who call her children to chum be not be a flower had a moment out and I doing the flower had a fatonji. So
yo, 8 p.m. sharp. Wow. 30th September 2025. We see the Iskasem credit here because 200 yeah. who he has to be bisa say bisa say him fan about register numbers no because ka send the 200 him say e kakra wo say enye den sa yo bro my randa na kwesi wo bibi ka
kakra me de come home beyond history no so I think people should also dissociate wealth from religious practices. We are say they may not appear to be religious, but you think they are not spiritual. They are very spiritual. What is the spirituality we are talking about here? Is the highest level of thinking where you reach and then you become very selfless and then you take upon yourself the pain of the world to solve that problem. And in the highest level of thinking, which is your spirituality. And then when you look at all these wealthy people, they have the nature of the creator in them. Forget about don't associate wealth with religion. And Mihuni said, and no idea about say it me separated those two now. A boy bebre and me GDA so more medi no bebu Ghana or more medi no because me say. But I'm beginning to believe that sometimes what they are talking about, that is not what they are practicing. They may be telling us something different. And I no practice BBA or no crano. Now dream and koso. Your wealth and your religion has nothing in common to do. Because senior your hand will say I say Nema since will be one about no started training in term. It takes time to build great things. It takes time to be wealthy. So be one about no starting no training side way when the move from Brema, regardless of his or her religion. So crony this will not practicing your training na obedi and found in a religion. It has nothing to do with it. Because when we see all these big guys who are innovators and doing all those kind of things, no. But you might think they are not spiritual. They are very spiritual. On yes, spiritual and go that higher level of thinking because they connect with nature. And all these wealthy people and innovators, they connect with nature, and that is why they're able to innovate. Your wealth lies in the quality of innovations and value that you're able to present to your people. Because say I for my for kind I'm for kosa lie ediso the same way yen so yeah wealth I am more of religion and inti I'm for a total ticket about all the shoes. Yes, because you are becoming what you think. That is your mindset. You believe that say mimbo empire and sana menya yedi, but obo empire na somewhere nya santity and you don't have all this process thinking that we are talking about. Bones a team be now bonyame so boys. I then I mean na see. Now it's because there is something that you are lacking. And that thing that you are lacking is because you are not ready to be intentional, to put in the effort to learn. And indeed, one of the secrets, now you separate your wealth from religion. I know saying you need but that is the truth. Separate your wealth from religion. I believe
only nipa na obeka bom no ebroni. Only na beka what dia bro? Wono na yi afrim. Na nti na okuta Bible still obefa obodu no. But oba na osinya me na be mu aye ntuhwe no. O wiawo. And what church and for make sure we are not making room. And the actual one is the base at the end of Korean mine. We are the party here.
But sometimes now you can't say Obeka say bro. And so a very weeper. We can say the above CD here so still one was here.
You probably tools no. Only skill no. And the I say, Obabe, Mazo, you see that I file electricians. Who name cable won't hay. Also, Baba, why are dying? Empire Ben a bit material. Prophet Ben a bit material.